Hi everyone, welcome back. Yeah, Dragon44 here, bringing you another video, of course. Now, Season 3 is upon us, pretty much, or very close. Season 2 is pretty much over, so all good. Right, so let's get into it. So firstly, of course, I'm going to be doing a giveaway at 250 subscribers. I'm very close. Probably, well, at least last time I checked anyway, I was about 60 away, so not too bad. Once I get to 250, then I'm going to be giving away an item. Now, very likely, I'm going to be giving away this, like, sky blue type Interstellar. It's a reasonable price, it's not too expensive, but, you know, it's got a resellability if you don't want it, or you can keep it, and you can colour it however which way you want. The previous winner for the Stipplegate Striker has finally got in touch, I believe, so looks like I'll be able to finally give away that prize, so congratulations to them, and if you're watching it, well done, you know, well deserved and all that. So this particular video is about some little changes that they've made. Might be some more coming up, you never know. Hopefully Season 3 is going to be lots of exciting things for pretty much all of us, and fingers crossed it will be lots and lots of things to make videos about, talk about, and all that good content. Right, well, let's get into it anyway. So basically, as you can sort of see, there's a bit of a new menu system. It's kind of nice, a few pictures. The other bit stays the same, although there is a tutorial thing there. I'm not quite sure what that's for, haven't checked it yet. Tournaments are still running, weirdly enough, but strangely, that is kind of like something they've taken away. And something to note on tournaments, I know I did a couple of videos like the last 2 days. Basically, if you had credits left, you will get 1 All-Stars Cup at some point. If you had 12k or more, apparently you would then get 2. So with the trade-in, you get a new menu. It comes up with an option there, pretty much on the normal thing. So it's instead of manage inventory and go through it, and it tells you now exactly how many items you can actually trade to, of course, get a black market. Now, one of the things that I like about this change is it seems that some of the previous ones that you couldn't trade in because they were part of a set, like the golden gift, the golden eggs, all that sort of stuff, you couldn't trade them in previously. But it looks like either you can trade pretty much any item, or it looks like you can just trade certain ones, which is really, really cool, and kind of makes it a lot easier to maybe get those black markets, maybe get those exotics, those imports. Probably the imports, being honest, is probably where it's at, because, again, if you were planning to maybe try and trade up for, you know, maybe get lucky, try and get a titanium white octane or something like that, you actually do have some items to now trade. And this is kind of what I do. I mean, like, previously, I couldn't trade a couple of these items, so I was literally like, oh, okay, actually, I can get rid of them. Now, I did decide to get rid of I believe, the Burnt Sienna Sentinel with the Guardian. I never use it, and I did consider giving it away as a small little prize, but to be honest, it's so kind of worthless that I didn't even think that was particularly a good thing. So I thought, hey, I'll give it a go, and I did the Fractal Fire as well, which again I wasn't using, and I thought, well, might as well. Now, as you can sort of see, my exotic was complete garbage, unfortunate really, but there you go, that's just the way. And I didn't have any other imports that I wanted to then trade up. So looking at the sort of like the exotics, I mean, there were 2 black markets I potentially could got, but I would have had to trade up some pretty nice wheels to do it, and I didn't want to go ahead and do that. I probably could have got rid of a couple of these things. I mean, there's a couple of things there that I could get rid of, but whereas previously they were locked and I couldn't trade them in, I can now trade in everything. So very, very interesting. Is this going to do something different to the market? Because, of course, it means that, you know, whereas crate things were lower priced generally because there was nothing else you could do with them but use them, is that going to change the market? And if you are thinking of investing in a couple of these things, I have thought about it myself. I haven't had a chance to look. Really busy day to day. Just haven't had a chance since the update. But it might be worth sort of considering that perhaps you could buy just a few very rares or anything on the cheap while people aren't realising that this is a thing. And then, of course, I mean, eventually it'll change. But there may be an advantage in either just getting some, you know, some things to make profit, or to trade them up to try and get some better items. Because let's face it, if you can get, you know, a better item, why not? I mean, all right, I know it's extremely hard and extremely unlikely to perhaps get, you know, something like a titanium octane or anything like that. Don't think you can get painted dominances. So I have a feeling that you're very much looking at a titanium white octane is probably about the best thing you're likely to get. And the odds are so stacked against you on it that, of course, you have to just be aware that, you know, yeah, it's one of those things. So I did do in one very rare trade-in, if I recall, as well. And that was basically just on the bottom line of just that, although the Octane Dragonlord I did really like, it was the one item that I wasn't using very much, and I just couldn't see anything else that I could trade in, and I wanted to do at least one import trade. So, you know, as I say, I mean, this is just something that's been an update. Of course, what I'm going to do is that with the pass details, when the pass actually comes out, I will be making a video about that. Now, whether I get that out tonight is debatable. It just depends on timelines. But if not, very worst, I will be doing it tomorrow. So it was actually very rare, this one, and then I traded up to an import. Just realised that I had to do the steps. But as you can see, the menu system is really good. Very much easier. And I had a Bob's Ramen that I never used. I got given it in a trade. I thought, yeah, we'll get rid of that. It's terrible, or at least I think it's terrible. Some crappy wheels, a juggly and KKG, oh my god, lead boost trail thing. Didn't want that. I did consider the Spiralis, but actually I ended up keeping them and getting rid of the Dominus Snake skin in the end. And the only reason I sort of did that is because, realistically, I just thought, well, you know, I'm not going to use it, and, you know, it's a pretty average looking thing. But yeah, I mean, like, I end up pretty much using all of these in the end just to kind of get rid of them. So yeah, I mean, I think the first one, if I recall, is a pink Nimbus with a Guardian Sir. I mean, I guess it's not terrible, at least it's a body. Not the best colour, but hey, I mean, okay, it's a new car. I didn't actually have a Nimbus, so what the hell. Figured that it didn't matter. And actually, I do then go ahead, I just remembered, I go ahead then and trade actually the rest of the items, keep the anodized, and keep the Hex Phase orange boost, because I use it on one of my cars as well, and get something else which is terrible. I think it was like a comic book thing or something like that. So interestingly enough, while that's going on in the background, interesting enough then, you can also, like, it's separated from like tradable items, tournament items, and blueprints as well. So blueprints now, you can trade pretty much any blueprint to upgrade, and you'll get a chance of either one series or the other, depending on what ones you use. And that's really cool. So it means that we can pretty much get rid of any blueprints that you don't want, and maybe get lucky and get something really cool. It's well worth doing, and what the hell, you know, it's definitely something that's a really, really good feature, and I'll be doing that on a video at some point when I trade through them as well, just to see what we kind of get. Now, I do move on to the tournament items, and this was probably the one thing that interested me. As I've been doing tournament items, it kind of fitted. So basically, I had 6 imports. I wanted to keep the titanium white Intercross wheels inverted because personally I liked them, but I found out that now you could trade in the Righteous Gale boost that I got in Season 1. I hadn't had that before, and basically I traded up and I actually get a Series 1 exotic, which is kind of cool. The Agasaya wheels in Forest Green inverted. So I mean, yeah, I guess it means that you can do sort of like these things where you can get older items as well, and maybe eventually I can trade up to a black market and maybe get like the Riser decal, because that was one I really wanted and never unfortunately got. So yeah, one of those things. So that is pretty much it. It's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to show that in the background, just the look of it, see how cool they are. But otherwise, it's a nice short video today, pretty much updating, and I will update with more details about the pass and all the other things as they come out. Otherwise, that is it for the video. So if you liked it, drop me a like. If you want to sub and help me towards 250, fantastic. But otherwise, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.